How about now? You should be able to hear me now. Good grief, I've got to turn the mic on. Got to get some sleep this weekend. Good morning and welcome to Hobby Palooza. I am your Texas card dude. Getting a little bit of beard here. Yep, that means it's time to shave this afternoon before I take my shower. So, welcome. Happy Friday. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate the love. The great Mark Hoyle has joined the crowd. Thank you very much. In my research this morning, we have a new record high sale. Looks like, Mark, you will love this. The 1952 number 311, hey Zach, PSA 9 Mickey Mantle sold last night for $5.2 million on PWCC Marketplace. Pure greatness, pure greatness. Smoked the Mike Trout, which you should have because it is Mickey Mantle. So the buyer that bought it also has some 1916 Sporting News Babe Ruth, several PSA 10 Michael Jordans, which means that there are now 10 card sales that have topped the 900K mark, 8 in the past 12 months. This hobby is flourishing. This hobby is going bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And I love every bit of it. So when I read that this morning, yes, I am too. I am 100% thrilled. Vintage is where it should be, at the top. That's I was just getting a little concerned, and now it's where it should be. Thank you, everyone, for helping push that over the mark. Was doing a whole bunch of reading. So when I wake up in the morning, I wake up, get some coffee in me, and then start reading what's going on in the world for cards. I set up Google Alerts and I start reading Google Alerts and checking out information. Some of the stuff that I found, one of the tidbits was the Mickey Mantle, but also found information on Contenders Optic 2020 that's dropped. I didn't even know there was an Optic Contenders. Maybe that's just me being new back into the hobby. It's supposed to drop February 10th, but this football box is $700 for a box of football cards that's Contenders. Where is this hobby going? That's crazy. But I guess as long as 52 Mantle is going to 5.2 million, it's going to just smash and go up and up and up and up. Herman, if you're watching, I looked on David Adams and Blowout this morning on Topps Series 1 hobby box prices. I wanted to see if they were lowered or increased. And holy cow, on Blowout, it's holding at 130, but DNA has pulled it. David Adams has pulled it from their website. You can no longer order Topps Series 1 2020 hobby boxes on David Adams. You can only buy cases. They are now pre-ordering Hobby Series 2 baseball, but that's at 110. But you can no longer buy. Maybe they pulled it temporarily. I don't know. But David Adams has pulled their Topps Series 1 hobby 2021 baseball. Holy cow, that means this product is going to be smoking hot. That means that the demand is already that high, and I'm so glad I went back and bought my 2 boxes. Thinking about buying another one. Maybe if I can find it at 110, 115, I might buy another box, but at 130, that's probably above my comfort level. On the 22nd, we have Patini Contenders football that's dropping as well at $750 a box. Now football's gone crazy. You can't get basketball. Now you're not going to be able to get football at a decent price. That means baseball is going to be absolutely nuts this year. get you now. You know why you can't find retail. It's crazy. It's silly. But welcome to the hobby in 2021. As long as the price, as long as those high dollar cards keep going up, and as long as the demand's going up, and prices are going to go up until the market corrects itself. So, playoff hobby boxes, which are interesting, are $250 a box. Uh, Again, in the morning, doing reading and listening uh, on Twitter, on Google alerts through email. Let me, for those of you who don't know, let me back up for a second. So, if you go into google.com and you search Google Alerts, what you can do is you can put in keywords for various topics, and Google will do a search daily, weekly, however you want to set it at, and look for particular keywords and send you an email on those particular keywords. So for me, I've got my name, of course, just in case somebody mentions my name out there, I can keep an eye on it. But I've got baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, like all those plus Topps, Panini, Upper Deck. So every morning I get an alert of about 10 to 12 emails that tell me different topics within the hobby. And then after that, at the end part of the day, I probably get about 3 or 4, and then 1 or 2 throughout the day. That's one way to keep up with the hobby. And then I don't deep dive into Twitter. I don't, but if I have, or if I'm in between what I'm doing something, if I take 30, 45 seconds to take a look at Twitter, I'll do that as well. But that's a couple of ways that I keep on top of the hobby. In content marketing and in the B2B world, IT, it's called listening. So if I ever use the word listening, LISTEN, if I ever use listening, that's what I'm doing. That way I can keep up with what's going on in the hobby. Yeah, alerts are fantastic. Sometimes you find out things that is true. That is true. You have to be careful on the keywords, and you have to really, what am I trying to look for? Because there's bench warmers. I will get alerts on bench warmers every once in a while because I have hobby cards out there. And then you got to be careful about what you click. So some of the links aren't work friendly, but yeah, I listen. That's what I call listening. Yesterday, Topps 51 Blake Jameson was available. I did not buy any. I probably will not buy any of this. It's not that I don't like Blake Jameson. It's not that I don't like Topps or 51. I just got burnt on Topps Chrome Sapphire. And I've still got my box sitting here. I'm still sitting on my box. I thought it would take like 2-3 weeks. And I'm getting offers at $300 a box. Well, the box shipped to me was $330, and people are forgetting that. I don't blame people for asking $300 because normally the previous boxes were anywhere from $99 to $125. You figure $300 is a fair price. I don't think it was a great product. I think hindsight's 2020, but I don't think it was a great product. I think Topps overreached after reacting to the market, and it didn't go well. So I'll continue to sit on this box until I get a decent price, but that's going to make me gun shy for anything that is offered through the Topps online or any online demand product, because you get burnt once, you gotta make up that mistake before you can go back after it. Let's see. Sorry, had to get some water. Yeah, for collectibility, Blake is. I love Blake. I love Blake James. He's salt of the earth, great guy. Everything that I've heard about him. For collectibility, I'm in. But after that, I just been burned, and until I recoup that, I'm just gonna kind of hold back and wait. That's just me. I take some risks. I try not to take calculated. I try to take calculated risks. Say that 3 times real fast. Whew. And That kind of burned me, so I'm a little gun shy right now. Uh, NBA rookies following on the NBA and NBA rookies. I also got some NFL rookies that I'm following. I'm going to be looking into baseball rookies when it kicks off, and NHL rookies. I'm going to be creating a list, fairly interesting early into the season of who's hot, who's not. So that'll be. I don't know if I'm going to release. I may release like a top three on each, in my opinion, but I'm not going to go very deep because want to save some for the kids. There is mail increases coming up. That's coming out next on the 25th. Is that next week? That is not this Monday, upcoming Monday, but next Monday. There are going to be some mail increases. So for y'all that are shipping, heads up, look out and make sure that you look at that accordingly. The 55 cents is going to stay the same, but I think on heavy and heavier or in bulk and heavy packages, their price is going to increase. Uh, I have what's up, George? That's all right. That's all right. Wow. What had to go through customs, George? I had to go through customs. I make myself laugh. I make myself laugh. I have been complaining about sport lots for the past couple of days. So uh, I wanted to just say that I started putting some more items, some older items. I had a great conversation with uh, King Kinsley, and he and I were talking about, yeah, I agree, probably so. He and I were talking about a bulk lot that I purchased that I've had trouble moving, and uh, I'm going to put all of that. I've got a three-pronged tactic, and I really like this. Ken and I talked about this, so I'm going to go a little over and expand on it for a moment. So today I'm working on 1986 tops. I've got probably, I don't know, 100 cards from 1986 tops. What I'm going to do is put them in order, sort them and put them in order. And then as I look at each card, I'm going to say, okay, is this card bent, torn? Is it not worth anything? So then I've got a waste or donation bin. Then I say, okay, is it a player that I recognize? Is it a star in my eyes? Not not one of the semi stars, not one of the B level, C level, D level. Is he a recognizable star? And if that happens, I've got another bin, and it's this bin right here. It's backwards, but TTM. And what I've decided is I'm going to take these cards, which I'll give you an example. There's Gary Matthews, Jack Morris, Kirk Gibson, Jim Palmer, Alan Trammell, guys like that I recognize from my 80s, 70s time frame. I'm going to send them through the mail, and I'm going to try to get them autographed. So if I can get them back, then that's kind of cool. But I'm going to see if I can't turn a TTM into a different vertical on vintage cards. So, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of another aspect of bringing the fun to the game, and we'll see how that goes. I've got a Will Clark out there that I'm hoping to get back. I've got another Ryan Sandberg that I'm hoping to get back to start to kick this off. So we'll see how that goes, and that'll be a nice little project that I've got going on. Ken and I were talking about what to do about this monster box. Yeah, yeah. I'm very. I started out doing TTM. Maybe I'll show those on Monday. I'm not going to have. Yeah, Will the Thrill. I've got. Uh, I'm not going to do a show tomorrow. Tomorrow is Hobby Hotline. I figure give myself a little extra break before I watch Hobby Hotline. I usually end up jumping in and helping out on Hobby Hotline when something goes wrong. So I figure Saturday mornings I'll sleep in a little bit because getting up at 6 a.m. every single morning. I know it's 6 a.m. Oh my gosh! But I stay up till about 1 o'clock every single night. So I don't sleep very well in that. As you could tell by the past couple of episodes, I can get in a couple of days of insomnia, and then it gets really bad. But I'm not going to do the Saturday or Sunday show. Sundays for church, Saturdays for Hobby Hotline. So this will be a Monday through Friday show. I spent about an hour today writing TTM letters in preparation. Yes, TTM. I love it. And I might actually group the 80s by set, sell them as a starter lots to set collectors. There's not a lot. The 100 1986 is the biggest lot. Everything else is less than 20 cards. So, and they're not in that great a shape. They're the Gary Matthews. I'll show it. Let's see if I can show it with the camera. That's the best shape, and the corners on the bottom are usually rounded. They're typically frayed. So I just have a hard time without adding value of just selling them. I know that some guys don't care. Some people don't care. I did put up a couple of them on eBay as well. There's 2 or 3 I sold. I had a Willie Mays miscut card that I got. He's in a Mets. I forgot what year it was, that I put on eBay, and it took less than 2.5 hours to sell. So I've also got a Tom Seaver out there. Same type, same problem. I like miscut cards. I like watching them, or I like looking at them. I'm still having fun. So I'm going to continue to talk. Plus, we're not doing a show this weekend, so I'm going to go a little long. As long as I've got topics and stuff to talk about, I'll continue to talk about it. If I run out of topics, then I'll just say bye. I've got a 1990s Topps baseball set that I bought through the collection that has probably a third of it has printer errors. And I absolutely love those. So I'm going to take those and build a variations, or I'll probably end up, because of the statistics that I read on the show, and I can't remember what the name of the show is off the top of my head. I'll put it down in the show notes. He's saying don't do variations. He says just do straight listings. If you're doing like shoes or something like that, do variations. But if it's something like sport cards, then do individuals and stay away from variation sellings, because it increases the eBay metrics. So I've got about pretty close to 100 misprinted Topps 1990 cards that, as soon as I get done with this monster box of just, I call it the nasty mess, because and you've seen I'll throw a picture out there of what it's like on Twitter. But it's just small set after small set after small set, but it's not quite vintage. It's early junk wax. It's 81, 82, 83, all the way up to 1993 baseball, football, and hockey. So it's really nasty. It's fun to go through, because it's got all sorts of players in different eras and different cards to look at. But from putting them out there, it's a nightmare, because it's 5 of these, 7 of these, 6 of 4, 6 of these, 12 of these, and it's in a 5,000 count monster box. So it's kind of a grind, but it's getting your hands dirty, which is fun. Talked about sport lots. Did I talk about sport lots? I don't remember talking about sport lots, but I know that I said, did I? Yeah, I talked about sport lots. Well, that was the topics that I had. That was everything. I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic day, an absolutely fantastic weekend. If you do me a favor, smash the like button and share it and tweet about it and let everybody know. I'm getting better and better at this. I'm getting more and more comfortable, as you can tell by the ums and the uhs going down. So hopefully by mid next week, I'll be extremely comfortable with this. I'm actually doing better than this, better than the podcast with this, which is really nice. But have a great weekend. See you on Hobby Hotline Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Central on YouTube. Make sure you watch. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend, and God bless y'all.